Hi, this is Carlos Cousins. The following is an ACT science test question that is asking us for the reasons behind a certain phenomenon that isn't necessarily specified in the passage, based off of data that is given in one of the graphic and tabular examples of the passage. So in this case, we're looking at figure 1 because we're talking about temperature and pressure, and those happen to be the axes of this graph presented here. So at which points do we see something that might indicate a change um, in state of matter, two phases? Well, if we're going here, let's assume that we start with a solid over here, right? And we're going, got the material going up, at a at 100 degrees Kelvin, we've got a pressure of about 100 PATM, right? But then all of a sudden at point E, we have something drastic happening, where all of a sudden, as you increase the temperature, the pressure shoots up over here, right? And this also changes. There's something going on. There's a big change over here. There's a different phase occurring, we can say. Maybe that's what they're referring to. And it turns out this is exactly the sort of phenomenon that we should be looking for, where we've got a phase, then all of a sudden when the temperature changes, there's just a huge divergence in the way that the pressure um, interacts with this, so that maybe this is some melting point or some point at which the phase is changing. So let's go ahead and consider our answer choices. When the temperature is 50 and the pressure is 100, well, that would be point B here, and it looks like there's nothing interesting going on. There's no big changes, so that can't be the right answer. When the temperature is 600 and the pressure is over 600 atm, somewhere way up here, right? Well, if we're saying that there's and temperature, so changes in state of matter, and let's say up here we're at a gas. If we go way up, nothing else is going to change. It looks like we've reached um, the highest, or I guess the only other phase that we know we've reached. Now, if there's if this is a liquid and then it's going to turn into a gas later on, we don't know necessarily where this point is going to happen. So not necessarily. The temperature here is 200 and the pressure is 550. It looks like that's referring to point F, which is a great example of when something drastic is happening. We're moving up, right? And then all of a sudden at point F we have a change from liquid to gas or solid to liquid. We've got something going on where two phases are occurring at the same time, because that is the spot at which the change occurs. So it very likely is this answer choice. Let's consider the last one though. The temperature is at 150 Kelvin and the pressure is at 200. By that point we're a little bit too far over. It looks like we're at a specific phase already. So it would seem that answer choice C is the correct answer. I hope that helped with this problem, and happy prepping.